Hello, you're listening to a SNEWS Button podcast from SNEW Network, and, well, that means it must be Tuesday.
Definitely Tuesday.
So, there is another podcast, it's called Just Another Retrocast, isn't there, Paul?
Yeah, somewhere out there, I think. I've heard rumours.
When's that released?
Oh, God knows. I was thought Ross would chip in and say something. I was giving him an opportunity.
I'm just sat here going, it's actually Monday.
No, it's not, it's Tuesday.
He's trying to tell me it's a day that
Ross
we're
can't
using.
hack the audio time travel.
Too confusing for his little brain.
Podcast autism.
Anyway, yes, the other podcast, Just Another Retrocast, looking at stuff from our childhood, is released on a Thursday. So if you like stuff that's...
Old.
Well, yeah. If you're a bit...
Old.
then
Old.
have a listen to that one.
Old.
Thank you very much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SNEWS Button, episode number 12, with Mr. Adam Gattrell.
Hello.
Hello. Mr. Ross Murphy.
Hello.
Hi. And Mr. Paul Brown.
Hello there.
Hello, Paul.
And me, Mr. Chris Quinton. Hello.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Nice to see you all.
Nice to see you.
Everybody well?
Yeah.
Good.
No,
He's lying. I can't see anyone. Pop shield's in the way.
And it's a podcast.
And it's Monday. It's actually Monday.
Anywho, right. Should we just crack straight into it? Unless we've got anything off topic?
Yeah, it's a quick one. PewDiePie's been a bell end again, isn't he?
PewDiePie.
You know that
Oh,
YouTube
God.
twat who streams video games?
Go on, yeah.
He said the N-word.
Uh-oh.
And
Again,
although-
isn't
And,
that...
well, no,
and everyone's been going, it's okay because he meant it in as a diss. I'm like, no, it doesn't mean it's okay, does it?
No. I agree that I agree that that's not right. But the last time he got in trouble was for a joke that was obviously a joke, taking the mick out of the people that critique his humour, and it was
Yeah.
taken way too far.
What was it last time?
What do you mean
no,
humour?
that's right.
It's not funny, mate.
No, but other people find it funny. We don't, but the last time it was two guys dressed as Nazis holding a sign saying "Kill all Jews," and him looking at them and going, as if like that's really wrong to talk about how and then he says about the media over sensationalising things he says, and that's exactly what happened with that, and Disney cut him off and everything. This time round, he has been a bell end.
Yeah. Oh, well. Either way, it's always a bell end. But...
I'm gonna steal this. I stole it off of Twitter, but somebody said it would take as much energy and concentration to piss my pants as it would to use that word,
Right.
and that's how it should be.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's no excuse. He did it on purpose, and he's a bellend. And all you right-wing weirdo gamers who keep sticking up for him, stop it. Go outside, learn something.
Okay, so the guy from... what's the cooking programme that Channel 4 have just taken from the BBC? That's
the Bake Off.
The Great British Bake Off. So who's the guy? Hollywood? Somebody Hollywood? Is it?
Oh,
Paul.
Paul Hollywood,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So
Paul
the
Brown.
Sun...
Porn star, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does a bit. The Sun are trying to hang him today. Did you
Why?
see? Because he went to a fancy dress party dressed as a Nazi a while back, but he was going to... It looks like his group were doing like an Hello themed fancy dress, and he just happened to be a Nazi officer. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it is
Yeah.
in context.
So...
Yeah, it's actually in context rather than it being like a fancy dress party where there's no connection to Nazis or Hitler and then going dressed as a Nazi.
the Sun newspaper can fuck off then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Sun newspaper can fuck off every day of the week.
Every day of the
from
week.
here until eternity.
If him dressing up as that is wrong, then...
And you better get rid of half your wardrobe, Paul.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. This is not talking about movie news.
So yeah, consnewming.
Consnewming. Yes, let's do some of that.
Yeah.
So, do you want to start, Adam?
Yeah, well,
Remember the rules?
Missed a couple of weeks worth. So
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you get to talk for 45 minutes.
No,
The
no,
rules are
but-
one
Okay,
big
fine.
one, one little one. Otherwise,
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
talks for
Yeah.
3 days.
Well, I've basically been consuming two things, which is I watched all of the Ozarks
The what?
on Netflix, TV series The Ozarks, all about a guy that's a money launderer and his family moving out of the city they live in into the sort of sticks in America, and basically getting to grips with living out there, trying to deal with hicks and hillbillies and heroin dealers when he's used to just money laundering for Mexicans.
Okay.
It's all right. I was quite impressed with it.
Anyone in it that we would know?
Jason Bateman is the main bloke.
Is it Patrick Bateman's brother?
No idea.
He's the psychopath from American Psycho, so probably not. But yeah, anyway.
One's a fictional character and the other's a person.
Amazing. The main woman is it Laura Dern?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's loads of other people playing small parts within it that are kind of well known, and then loads of new actors I've never seen before. So.
I like Laura Dern. She's very good.
Yeah, she's really good in it. It's a good. Yeah, it's not the nicest show in the world, but
Well,
it's good.
The best shows aren't the nicest ones.
No, not really. Watched that, all of that. That was really good. And what was the other thing?
One Foot in the Grave.
My brain's just gone blank.
Cold Feet. Twin Peaks.
Oh, Lego Masters.
Lego Masters.
Yeah,
As it
BBC. No, Channel 4.
Oh, I saw something
Channel 4,
advertised, and I saw a little part of it before I went off to
like
host
8
over mic.
teams. The 8 teams vary from like 2 young, like 9-year-old best mates to an uncle and his nephew, to a mother and son, to 2 teachers who are friends, to 2 engineering students from Cambridge who I really dislike as people and don't think their stuff is good enough to get through each episode, but they seem to keep getting through each round.
Hang on, so
Explain
this
what's
sounds
going
like
on.
Great British Bake Off, but Lego.
Yeah, basically, it's like one of those TV competitions. It's really, really good.
Have you seen the one like Jim Henson's Creature Workshop?
Yes.
So it's very much the same.
Yeah,
as that,
yeah.
isn't it?
At
Same
the
sort
end of
thing.
it, the winning team get to have the chance to build something, and the models they've made throughout the series go into the Lego house, which is the new building in Denmark that Lego have built. That's
Oh,
going to
not
have
the
a gallery
Lego
and
house that
stuff.
James May built.
No.
So what's the Lego house in Denmark?
It's
It's like
basically
the Big Brother house, but it's full of Lego.
it's basically
The
like
Yellow Brother house.
a
Cultured.
museum and gallery, but with an interactive Lego space where people can come and bring their kids, and it's near one of the Lego lands, and they go in and they have play areas, construction areas, challenge areas,
So
then
is
the
it
gallery and that
like
sort
a
of stuff.
massive aircraft hangar size thing, or
A specifically built building
Right.
that is
Is it true that all of
just
Denmark is made of Lego?
ridiculous. No.
it's only half true. Only half of Denmark
Only
is
half.
made of Lego.
Yeah.
So all of Copenhagen's made of Lego.
half.
Is the
It's all split right down the middle. All the buildings, all the people.
We'll save this for
Is the mermaid statue in Copenhagen Harbour, is that made of Lego? as
only
well?
the bottom half.
Oh.
Look, we're going to be talking about Lego lots and lots later on.
Yeah.
So they make the wind turbines out of Lego.
You can get them.
Can I ask you some more Lego questions?
Not now.
No,
In
we can
another
save these for
podcast?
later.
Yeah.
We can save these for
Okay,
later.
I'll come up with some Lego related questions to ask you.
Not about Denmark, though.
Well, you say that, but
Come
I've locked in on it now. I'm not going to let go, am I, for the
Jesus.
next couple of hours?
So, yeah, if you listen to our Just Another Retrocast from last week, we did a Lego To Glue or Not to Glue. That is the business, I think we titled it in the end. That was a part 1, so we're going to do a part 2 this evening, seeing as we've got Adam. So, yeah, if you like Lego, that would be one to check out. This programme, though, Adam, I don't know,
Yeah.
a bit more info on it.
So each week they give them a basic, quick, off-the-cuff, no chance to plan challenge. And then they do a larger, longer challenge where they get 15 hours, so 3 days of 5 hours each day, where each team is given the challenge like months in advance, so they have a
Right.
chance to prep for it and practice ideas. And then they go into the Lego room, the like master builder room, and they basically have millions of bricks between all the teams in perfectly set up drawers for size and shape and stuff.
So, are any of these people master builders anyway?
Some of them are AFOLs, like adult fans of Lego who do artwork that you can find online in Flickr and Brothers Brick and various other Lego sites.
In all seriousness, can we pick this up in our other podcast? Because I've got
Yeah.
so many questions. It's coming out with acronyms like AFOLs, which means
Okay, so we're going to discuss like...
But that's what I've been consuming, so yeah, we'll leave that till the Lego podcast.
tune in on Thursday where we find out whether Copenhagen is all made of red bricks.
Ross, yeah, nutter, what have you been consuming?
I've watched 2 movies that are both quite new.
Okay, go on.
Friday I watched Wonder Woman.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
It is.
I think I might be a little bit bored of superhero movies because if that's a good one, I'm not sure I need to see it.
No. That's where you've got wrong. It's not like a really good one.
It's a
just
2/3 good one.
better than the other DC ones. It's as in it's a good DC superhero movie. It's not a good superhero movie.
It's the one that they should have released first, isn't it? Really,
basically.
Yeah, it's alright though, isn't it? It's a bit Captain America-y in its little origin.
And a bit Thor.
Time travel story. Oh yeah, a bit Thor-y at the start.
and a bit Batman.
Really well
versus
paced
Superman
at the
end.
start.
Yeah.
Like, so much happens. Like we paused it to, just use the toilet, make a cup of tea and that. Couldn't believe that 32 minutes had gone past and so much happens that first half hour. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. And it all looks pretty good, doesn't it? Themyscira looks nice, and like the fighting scenes are pretty cool. And
It's just the 20-minute slow-mo scene and the final battle that ruin it for me.
Yeah.
The rest of it's great. Like the first time she sees what's happening in World War One is actually quite well put together. But yeah, that 20-minute slow-mo scene that could have been free and the action scene at the end are just too Snydery for my liking.
It took me a little while to work out who the funny little fat lady was. And it's Dawn from The Office, isn't it?
Yeah.
oh yeah, so it is.
I'm not sure if she's got
Sorry.
Having
Has she got prosthetics on or is she actually fat?
having listened to podcasts where they've spoken about visual effects people, even like real famous actors, they put prosthetics on them all the time just to change the profile of their face.
Oh.
It's ridiculous. Like, can't remember who it was.
4
but
foot on
they were
Tom
just
Cruise.
talking that you can. No, they'll quite often just put a slightly different bridge on somebody's
You
nose.
just stand him on Lego bricks, mate. That's all.
All,
Edit
like
out
all
a
the time.
moustache.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, it gets used a lot more than you think it does, and it's like it's not like the things that Lord of the Rings is famous for is not that uncommon. Like only one person didn't have a wig on in the whole of Lord of the Rings, and almost everybody had prosthetics as well.
What intrigues me is if they've spent all of this money editing out bloody Superman's moustache for the next movie, the Justice League movie. Were you here when we were talking about this?
No,
Alan?
but I did listen.
You know about it.
Yeah.
So Henry Cavill, he's grown a moustache for Mission Impossible, and they're having to edit it out for the Justice League movie at a cost of millions. So if they can do that, then why did they not edit out the fucking moustache of the guy in Wonder Woman? Because it was weird. Did you find it weird? There was this mustachioed bloke under that helmet. For some reason, it kind of threw me that he should have the same face. Because he doesn't look like an ultimate evil bad guy.
I think that's the point, though.
He looks like your uncle.
Yeah, we're in spoiler territory here, though, aren't we?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Whoa. Have you not seen it yet?
I've not seen it. So
we
you
can't
mean
spoil
the
it.
same face as the face his moustache had?
Yeah.
His moustache has got its own face.
No.
It confuses you.
Yeah.
It's
That's it,
confusing
Paul.
you that he's
so
got
that-
the same and on the moustache. So it's like a little twin.
Just
what
so
they
that
call
we
it,
don't-
conjoined twin under the lip.
Just so that we don't commit any spoiler atrocities. Yes, Paul, that's exactly what I mean.
I might watch
Yes.
it.
Good.
give it a go.
I just Anna really enjoyed it, and I just want to say that actually what it's done for off-screen, what it's done for movies off-screen is probably more important than what it's done for
true.
movies on
Yeah,
screen.
definitely.
Very true.
In terms of a bit of
Strong female character.
Bit of women's rights in the pay
Yeah.
department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, isn't it? It's weird because Hollywood seems to be chasing the tail of video games these days, doesn't it? Like, as an art form that's driving everything forward further, and strong female lead characters have been a thing for a
Hellblade.
good few years now.
Yeah, true.
No, but I mean, really,
Yeah.
So-
since they rebooted Lara Croft and the new Uncharted came out as well.
So you feel that this film generally has more of a social impact than the Spice Girl movie did?
know.
That was a
probably.
joke question actually there.
And then the other thing I watched this weekend was John Wick Chapter 2,
I still haven't seen it all the way
and it's
through.
fucking brilliant.
I love it.
It's
It's
fantastic.
a straight carry-on, isn't it, pretty much? from the
Yeah,
continuation,
literally.
yeah.
I paused it, got IMDb out, and went, have they just recast people that are dead? And I was like, oh no, I'll see what's going on there. Yeah, it's just fucking fantastic.
I love it. Like
I literally
exploring-
was laughing out loud because it's just crack you up funny, but not humorous funny. It's just the violence is
and
so
the cheek of it all. It's a bit-
ridiculous,
yeah.
and it's just how many people just get popped in the face from like point blank range. It's just it's just ridiculous. It's so good. It's like after we were saying the other week when we were just talking about old action films and they don't make them like this anymore. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
John Wick owes more to RoboCop than anything else, doesn't it? It's just
the gun fu stuff, and is that what you
it's
call
not
it?
even gun fu, is it? It's a bit more. It's less poncy, isn't it?
It literally is like.
Can I say poncy?
It is 3 forms of
Is that
martial
allowed?
arts. It is 3 forms of martial arts, and what they've done is there's a lot of traditional knife moves in there.
Yeah, I suppose part of it. Now you say that makes me think of Steven Seagal, but with a gun instead, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
But it's just brilliant. It's a bit gun porny as well, which
True.
guns are brilliant. In
I love
films.
The Hotel.
Guns are rubbish in real life, but in films they're amazing.
Paul, have you seen either of these films?
No, but I was just thinking guns wouldn't be as bad in real life if they just fired like sweets and stuff,
Flowers.
just general.
Not puffs.
What, the things you put your feet on?
Yeah.
That's no
wouldn't
good.
fit in a gun.
No, wouldn't.
It'd be a good big gun, wouldn't it? If you got a blunderbuss, they're my favourite guns.
I just like the
You
name.
put anything in them. In fact, you could just put furniture and sweets in there.
Put
couldn't you?
a 3-piece suite.
Well, yeah, if you got big enough.
So you should definitely watch these films, though. In all
All right.
seriousness, John Wick Chapter 1 and 2. I think you could seamlessly watch them back to back.
So I
That'd
need
be
to go and see my pirate mate.
maybe
Cool.
you can do, but
Why? Because he's got your blunderbuss.
Damn right.
And he's got my cutlass. We down Plymouth later. Like that guy who wears bandana.
right, bloody hell. Moving on.
Well,
Is that it, Paul? Ross, have you got anything else to say?
No,
about-
I've got nothing more to say apart from John Wick's incredible. Go and watch it.
Cool.
It's the best film I've seen in ages.
Cool.
Or one real quick little thing. My nephew came over on Sunday and we put Dumbo on.
Oh, yeah.
And Pink Elephants on Parade is just one of the finest 5 minutes of animation ever.
It's still genius.
Fucking incredible.
Cool.
And it's like 75 years old, and it's just the most mind-bending thing you've ever seen.
Are you looking forward to them remaking it?
No,
live
I'm not
action?
now.
Sorry?
No, I'm not at all.
You're not now at all?
No.
Okay.
Like, they can do the live-action one, and then when it cuts to the Trippy Dream sequence, it's just Pink Elephants on Parade and goes back to live-action. Be fine.
Right.
It's just amazing.
Paul, what have you been doing, mate?
Well, I was going to say that was a perfect segue into what I've been looking at this week, but then he started talking about elephants, and I've not seen many of them in Game of Thrones, but yeah, there was lots of pirate references this week. I'm
Ooh.
on episode
7.
no,
Season 1.
no,
Sean
season
Bean's
4.
still alive.
Season 4, episode 3 or 4, season 4.
So, what's going on in season 4?
Well, I've seen Joffrey's been offed.
Right, okay,
and
Purple Wedding.
Where am I up to?
Have you met the Viper?
I don't think so yet. We've got the Queen, and she's the Queen of Dragons, and she says she's going to live up to being a queen, and she's going to go back and kick some ass.
Are you sad that Wilco Johnson as the man with no tongue is gone now?
Mate, it took me until about season 6 to realise that Ellen Payne was no longer in it.
Do you know? I'm glad you've said that. I'm finding there's so many story arcs and so many crossover bits, and I'm finding, and plus because they make their own bloody language up, and then you've got references like the Hodors over in the frozen nostalgia. I've Nuchamingading song on of 12 of. And you think, what the fuck is? What you? I haven't seen you before. Who the fuck are you? And now you're banging on in some other bloody made up. You're making words up as you're going along, and you're from Manchester, you twat. So yeah, that's what happened this week. There was a whole load of dirty Manx, and they would be Manx, wouldn't they? Because they're all bad crows or something. And then Jon Snow went over and just chopped them all up to bits.
The wildlings.
Is that what they are? Were they wilding? I thought they were.
No, the ones that killed Castor.
I thought they were
No,
crows
in
that went bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right? Because that's what
Castor's
I've got
Creek.
from it.
Yeah, most
Castor's Keep.
That's it.
even.
Yeah.
most of every time they cast just normal soldiers in Game of Thrones, they're either from the north,
North or
of the
specifically
actual
from
real north
Manchester.
of Great Britain, or they're from East London.
Because the twats in that were both Manx. And I thought,
Right.
thanks for that.
Paul's from Manchester, by the way. He's
Never a
allowed to say
hero.
that.
I remember the ones you mean, actually.
Never a hero.
Yeah.
I got fed up of it into the beginning of season 3 because there was just, unless you've read the books, there's so many characters, like you're saying, that just appear, say a load of stuff and assume you're going to kind of understand it and then fuck off before it's been explained.
Yeah, Paul.
And then they move on to other storylines.
Few questions.
Yeah.
Before Moany McMoney over here carries on. What do you think of the Red Wedding?
The what?
The Red Wedding?
The one... No, that was the purple wedding he's just seen.
No, but the Red Wedding.
Has he seen that as well
I didn't see
by
any
now?
colours.
And it's just called the Red Wedding.
Right, who's been killed at weddings recently?
Joffrey, and that's it. Oh no, we got the other ones as well. The other Snow. These so
Were you ready for that?
Snows.
He wasn't a Snow, he was a Stark.
No, I got. Oh, that was it. Stark. Yeah.
Was it
It's
Stark?
like, have you actually seen any of this TV program?
It's so difficult to keep up with, though, isn't it? No, but I didn't see that coming.
It's quite good, isn't it? It comes out of nowhere.
I sort of saw something happening, and I guessed who'd killed him.
Right.
Who killed him?
It was what's her face at
Queen of Thorns.
that's that'll do it.
Oh, are you supposed to know? Yeah, I think you know.
I don't know why
you?
Littlefinger now talks like that all of a sudden.
Somebody told
his
you then.
Irish accent has gone really over the top. I don't know why Littlefinger in Northern like that. Whereas before it was toned down a little bit, wasn't it?
Maybe.
But now he's gone in and snarling and Littlefinger.
He's just getting a bit more up himself. Anyway, didn't somebody tell you that it was the Queen of Thorns that had killed Godfrey at some point?
Yeah, I think you know before she reveals it.
Yeah.
But then I read the book, so I get confused.
Oh yeah, it is revealed because
She
it's to
admits
do with the
it.
necklace. Yeah.
Yeah. She admits it to his. Anyway, let's
To
not banging on
Marjorie.
about that. Watch that, and I caught one of the new Crystal Maze.
Oh yes, so
Quite
did I
entertaining.
actually.
yeah.
It's very faithful to the original, and Richard.
Adwadi.
That's it, Edward. He's very good actually in the role.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it at all.
It's fun.
He puts his own little spin on it and keeps it faithful to the
I
original
saw,
as well.
unfortunately, the only one I saw was a celebrity one, and it had one.
I
of
wish
the,
I had.
I
seen
had
the
Joey
celebrity
Essex
one.
on it, I think, and I was just banging my head against the wall, and I had to switch it off. But I'd like to go back and watch it again.
No,
with
I'd
a-
like to see the celebrity one because it's a real celebrity. It's somebody who's actually famous for doing something, or actually being talented at something.
Yeah.
With a load of arseholes that are just famous for being arseholes. And I'd just love to see that. That'd be great.
Fair enough.
Other than that, I think everything else is a blur, pretty much.
Right, do you want to know what I've watched this week?
Go
Go
on.
on.
What you got?
I saw, you'll have to pick and choose. So I saw The Limehouse Golem. I saw Lucky Logan at the cinema.
I saw that as well, actually.
I saw Dave Made a Maze. I saw Halt and Catch Fire, the whole of season 1.
It's good. Season 1's brilliant.
About half of season 1 of BoJack Horseman. The Founder, and I rewatched Dread as well.
Have you ever been outside?
Yeah.
What did you think?
It was
Overrated?
alright. It was overrated. Yeah.
I reckon you talk about Logan Lucky and
Okay, I've got two. In actual fact, another one is linked into the news.
Dave
for later
Made
on,
a
so
Maze.
That's cool. So, Lucky Logan Lucky.
Logan Lucky.
It was all right. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So it's a Steven Soderbergh movie, and he's the guy that did Ocean's 11, 12, 11,
17.
and Magic Mike,
191st.
and it feels a lot like one of those films. Did you say you've seen it, Adam?
Yeah, I saw it at the cinema.
Okay. So yeah, I think you'll agree. It feels like one of those films, exactly like an Ocean's film, where the plot trundles along, and then there are lots of plot devices that slot into place nicely, and it all unfolds neatly. Some of it a little bit too by chance it went right, and therefore,
It's
if
it's kind
specific
of
things hadn't happened at certain times, it would have fucked up the whole plot.
yeah.
So a little bit of what's the word?
Movie magic.
Well, luck.
Yeah.
I suppose it is called Lucky Logan.
There is the thing
Logan
of
Lucky.
like it kind of has that feel of like a Smokey and the Bandit-esque like middle Southern America
Yeah.
80s film thing to it.
It's Ocean's 11, take NASCAR. So they basically decide that they're going to take all of the earnings in cash from a NASCAR track at
On
the
a
end of one of the biggest weekends of
Big
the year.
day, yeah.
And the plot is fairly complicated, and it slots together quite well. If I had any criticisms of it, it would just be the fact that it's just a little bit too on point. It's a little bit too lucky here and there where things fall into place.
Criticisms?
Criticism.
That's what we're going to call them from now on.
I didn't say criticisms, did I?
But I think, my criticisms, I'd probably say the two Hick brothers aren't quite as good at acting their parts in a way that make as much sense as the other characters, especially after watching Ozarks.
Right.
There's two Hick brothers in that, and one's supposed to be intelligent with computers and one's supposed to be dumb, and it kind of works. Whereas with that, they're
quite good comedy actors,
yeah,
aren't they?
yeah,
those
yeah.
two,
They're
but
just not quite.
not-
They don't quite fit around all the other characters as well, because all the other characters seem a lot more realistic.
Yeah, true. They're a bit cartoon.
Like, yeah, and considering their brother is Daniel Craig done up to look like and doing an accent perfectly as a Southern American, he's really good in
very,
that film.
very good.
Like,
Yeah.
really good.
It's nice to see him getting his acting chops out a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Really good cast. And in actual fact, the little girl, I thought she was bloody amazing. What's
Yeah.
her name? Her name is Farrah McKenzie.
She's brilliant.
And she's going to be like a sodding good actress when she
Yeah.
grows up. Right
She's
now,
already better than Jennifer Lawrence
Yep.
at like 8 years old. So by the time she gets to that age, she's going to be doing massive films, I
Massive
reckon.
coke.
If she stays in the industry.
Let's hope she doesn't go down that route.
No.
What was her name from E.T.?
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. Drew Barrymore.
Drew
Yeah.
Barrymore.
Yeah.
Down the route of Drew Barrymore. Down Barrymore Lane.
There's a film.
Barrymore Lane. Who else is called Barrymore?
Oh.
That's a coincidence. Anyway, no.
Yeah, let's not go there on that one.
So, yeah, other actors in it. Channing Tatum,
He was
Katie
all right.
Holmes,
She's meh.
Adam Driver with one arm.
He was brilliant.
Yeah,
Guy
he was
that
very
was the
good.
main bad guy in Star Wars Force Awakens. He was such a weird character in this, but he played it so well.
And Seth MacFarlane. Really not. I tell you what,
that's my other criticism.
there's a good
Yeah.
reason to if you want to go and watch a comedy and something quite light-hearted, and you really fancy seeing Seth Rogen's face being smashed into a bar, go and watch this film.
He does a British character.
Ugh.
Who's Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's the only character in the film where his facial hair and everything that is obviously stuck on.
So he's just doing Stewie's
And-
voice, I'm guessing.
No.
No.
He's doing like a Manchester-esque
Oh, God.
London accent. It's a mix of the two, and he's doing it awful. He's
I
like,
can imagine.
he's the worst actor in the entire film. Even the other British guys around him who I've seen in American TV shows playing British characters, and they obviously aren't British, do okay accents, whereas his is just, you just want, as
Just
soon
wanna
as he
punch him.
comes on screen, you want to hit him in the
Skin-crawly
face
things.
for being who he is,
That's
not
fair
the
enough,
character.
in honesty, because I think he is supposed to be that character. He's supposed to be...
Yeah, but I want to hit him because he's Seth MacFarlane,
Yeah,
not because of the
fair enough.
character he's playing, because it's just a bad acting. You know, luckily he's not in it too much, but
No. And he does get his face planted
Yeah.
into a bar, so...
Fair enough.
very
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Every
Lovely.
cloud. Daniel Craig, of course, as Joe Bang, and Hilary Swank was in it as well. I don't know
Yeah.
if you picked up. She was the FBI agent. So yeah, all in all, very good film. I'd probably give it a good 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
Stop
easily.
scoring films out of 10.
Okay.
Score 'em out
Why?
of 5.
I'd-
Because 3's worth watching, 4's good, and 5's amazing, and then 2 and 1.
But it's too many variables to break
No,
it
it's
down
not
to 5.
too many. Yeah, no, it's not.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
3's a recommendation, 4's good, 5's exemplary, and 2 and 1
So what's that then?
are,
A 3.5 out of 10, isn't it?
That's,
we're
that's
good.
a
No, 'cause you're taking it back
3.173.
to 10 again then.
3.5 out of 5. Sorry. So 3.5 out of 5, isn't it?
3.71 out of 5.
Yeah.
12th day.
Well, it's fucking score it out of 100 then, you bellends.
All right, 70.
It's not good enough.
Right. The other movie is something I think is bloody important.
1 sec.
Paul needs to go to the toilet. Repeat,
got the
Paul needs
shivers.
to go to the
Edit this
toilet.
out.
He's going to have to play that game when he comes back of saying anything he thinks might possibly be connected.
Yeah, of course, yeah, sorry. Right, carry on, and then...
So, Dave...
Paul's gone to the toilet, so when he comes back, he will just say something that he has no context for.
Dave Made a Maze. This film is, I hope, going to pop up on the Oscars or on somebody's award list next year because of its absolute sheer creativity and brilliance.
The trailer looks amazing.
You've really got to go and watch it. It's not the best film in the world. I've got to say, it doesn't necessarily grab you by the balls and make you go, oh, it's so amazing. The story's all right, but it's just the design. They literally filmed this in 2 rooms of somebody's flat. The premise is probably easiest to start there. So the premise is, there's a guy, his name's Dave, and he's made a maze out of cardboard in the front room of him and his girlfriend's flat. And he's trapped inside the maze. And it's like the TARDIS, but far more expansive on the inside. And from the outside, it looks like a collection of 10 boxes stuck together. But there's obviously something weird going on because there's smoke coming out of parts of it and things. And his girlfriend's a bit freaked out, and he's like, "No, don't come in because I'm lost in here." And eventually she gets a group of people. They go into the maze, and it's just like an adventure to get to him and then get out of the maze again. And so what they did is they lived near some sort of a factory of or somewhere industrial that had a lot of cardboard to spare. So they got all of the materials free of charge from this place next door or near where they live, and they used 2 rooms of their flat, and they at any one point had 2 sets built, and then they knocked them down and rebuilt new sets every time they wanted to film a new scene. So none of the set exists anymore, and it was all done on literally nothing. They didn't pay any of the actors anything at all. Really, really cheap. And they finished the whole project 10 days before they entered it into their first film festival, and it won hands down.
Yeah, because the trailer looks like it's like even the special effects bits of like, I think in one bit of the trailer you see someone get killed and there was like loads of like ribbon or something instead of blood and stuff. So like even the special effects kind of fit with the cardboard theme.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you think, Paul?
Just to summarise, I'm guessing it's like the Muppet Show then, only with a lot less bloodshed.
Just like the Muppet Show, with the same amount of bloodshed.
Same?
Yeah.
But more Kermit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kermit's blood. Wasn't that a SodaStream flavour? Back in the 80s.
And the sequel's more pigs in space, yeah?
This is always so helpful. Yes, exactly, Paul.
Fantastic, right, I'm up to speed.
Back from the toilet game.
So yeah, I recommend it. Go and watch it. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Any criticisms?
Any criticisms? Yeah.
Criticisms? There aren't any. Chris is just the ultimate apologiser, isn't he? Like, if he hasn't got a criticism about anything Ridley Scott's ever done, he's not going to criticise anybody else, is he?
I already criticised it. I said the plot isn't the best. But, with what they've they've built
for nothing.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
I mean, talk about something that's been made on a micro budget. I challenge anyone to find anything that's been made for less money than this film.
Amazing.
Are we talking about Lego again?
No.
Okay.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Let's have some news.
News.
Cool. Right. I mentioned the fact that I'd seen Dredd. So I don't know if you know or if you've heard, but the reason I went and watched it again is because Carl Urban is in talks with the company that are making the TV series
Rebellion
to be Dredd.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Rebellion, who own 2000 AD, and they're basically a computer game company who the owners love 2000 AD, so they bought the comic company to save it in hard times, and they have been working on the idea for a film and TV series and stuff like that all that time, but they're getting, after the last film, and then because it didn't do well in Hollywood, they're kind of now striving to create the TV series, and he's shown interest from the beginning of that, and from what I've read through the 2000 AD side of stuff, they want him to be in it. It might just be that they can't afford to have him in every episode, so he'll just turn up when Judge Dredd is needed, which should be amazing.
The point is that he's
not the only judge, is he?
Well, no, but I think that's why it's called Mega City 1, and that's the thing. With the Judge Dredd comics and the 2000 AD comics set in Mega City 1, the city's just as important and interesting as the character of Dredd. So by having him appear when needed for certain big storylines, you can then concentrate on other judges for the rest of the series and just have different cases. I think that worked really well.
In my mind, I see a larger, more fleshed out version of like Sin City.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because that was... They just made the real conscious... I imagine the comics like it, but they made the conscious decision where it was about Sin City and everything else was just stories going on in it.
Well, they could do like that with Mega City 1. You could have 7 episodes following 3 or 4 different judges and citizens and criminals, and then lead up to a big storyline that takes part over 3 episodes at the end of each series that has Judge Dredd in.
The thing is, the Dredd movie itself plays out like exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
it could just be a snapshot of just like, Judge Anderson's first day. She was bloody brilliant in it.
Yeah.
In actual fact, I've got to say, the film, when I saw it the first time around, I probably didn't give it enough attention.
A lot of people compared it to The Raid, which I think was totally
yeah.
unfair, considering Judge Dredd's been doing this storyline of going through a building and fighting his way to the top in the comics for years.
I think I saw The Raid very, very close, like time-wise, to Dredd. So it would have been very easy to make that association.
But then you could connect like
fantastic.
When did Simon come?
2012?
Did it? Who's starring in that?
He's so certain
Carl
about
Urban.
that. He's like, they're talking about 2000 AD. I know the dates exactly.
He was Carl Urban was the Doctor in the new Star Treks. He was in I'm trying to think what else.
He was Bones.
Yeah, he's in Lord of the Rings. He's been in so many things, but yeah. He was Dredd. He was fantastic.
Cool. As in the video game movie remake,
I'll check it out.
Starring Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
So Paul, you've not seen any of those, no?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Go and watch Dredd. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's got the woman that plays Cersei Lannister as the main bad guy.
Lena Headey.
Oh,
Lena
right,
Headey,
okay.
that's right.
Doing actual good acting.
Wow.
Yes, it's very good. So the point was, I Am Global, the company that are actually producing it, are sitting down and hammering out the contract with Carl Urban
Literally
now.
out of stone.
Out of stone.
They were going to type it on a keyboard, but once Chris said they had to hammer it, they just had to get a big large slab of granite out.
They've released some artwork as well.
Also in granite.
And a tagline, which may have just gone and fucking messed up. Well, it's not the end of the world, let's face it. They've made a mistake, possibly.
Is that the tagline?
No. The tagline is...
It's not the worst thing in the world, but we've made a mistake.
The tagline is 400 million citizens, each one a potential criminal. Whereas the movie states that there are 800 million citizens living in Megacity 1.
Yeah,
so,
but it depends when it's set.
Could have been after like a big catastrophe or something.
Yeah, well, there's so...
Why have they never rounded up the population to 1 billion?
Don't know.
Because
a billion people.
Because
we have to, even cooler, isn't it?
Yeah, but every time
a billion people live in this one city.
So you have a problem with us rating stuff out of 5.
But you want to round up the population to 1 billion by...
It's a post-apocalyptic massive city.
But then it depends on which part of the storyline. Like the beginning of the mega cities, they're a lot less people. And then as the storyline goes on... Like, there's a major storyline that takes the populations from being in the billions down to being in the millions again, and then it gradually goes back up. It goes up and down over these 40 years of comics.
Do you know,
how many people live in normal City 1?
There isn't normal City 1. It's an apocalyptic wasteland other than Mega City 1, Mega City 2, Sovsec, Cowhab, Britsit, and one other.
What's the one in Japan called?
Don't know, can't remember.
See, that's all I know is one in Japan.
Anywho.
What about China?
Just every week.
I'm just going to edit him out. It's fine. Right, moving on. Philip K. Dick's bloody Electric Dreams. It's finally, we've got a date. So it's next Sunday the 17th of September on Channel 4.
Does that mean it's already out somewhere on the internet then?
No.
Channel 4 has shown it first.
Channel 4 have got the rights to it. So I think what's happened is Black Mirror, where they lost that, they paid for something in its place because it looks like it operates in much the same way. So yes, so
they're sharing the rights to having it first with Amazon.
Amazon are yet to give any idea of a release schedule. So what's going to happen is we're going to get 6 episodes, not necessarily weekly, this year from Channel 4. Which may or may not be a good thing. As if you want to keep your viewership, in my opinion, it's a good idea to keep things regular. So having one, have lots of fibre, you know. But air your episodes regularly is what I mean. Because, you know, you lose people if it's one, and then one 3 weeks later, and then one the next week, and then one in 4 weeks' time. It's just a bit weird.
Yeah, just do it every week for a set amount of time.
Yeah.
Fuck the Bake Off.
Anyway, so we're getting 6 episodes this year, not on a weekly basis, and then 4 more in early 2018. And it's going to start with The Hood Maker.
Cool.
And that's a story where society is split into 2. Half people are telepaths, and there's a couple. They're like a cop duo. One of them's a telepath, and they're trying to track down a mysterious stranger who's making thought-proof hoods.
Hoods.
Yes.
Telepathic strangers with hoods.
Starting to sound like a vampire.
I listened to this 40k podcast where this guy it just inadvertently says plasma every time but really posh every time he's talking about plasma cannons. He's like, yeah, I shot him with my plasma cannon.
Brilliant.
And it just breaks me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
So am I. It looks very good.
Yeah.
And that
The
star-studded
trailer's
cast,
really good.
that star-studded cast that I was talking about last week, Steve Buscemi, Bryan Cranston, Terrence Howard, just to name 3.
Terrence the Crazy Howard?
Yes.
Wow, I'm surprised anyone's trying to work with him anymore.
Well, somebody's got to.
If
Might
you-
as well be Channel 4.
Paul, you like crazy celebrities.
Yeah. Oh,
Look into Terrence Howard and his insane madness.
Really?
You will love it. It's a wormhole of craziness on the internet.
was there a catalyst, or he's just gone
I-
batshit crazy?
I don't
for
know,
fun?
but he's been in so many films and just been an utter lunatic off camera and come out with the weirdest things and done some of the strangest shit. Like, yeah, he's worth reading up on if you get a
Are we
chance.
talking sort of Charlie Sheen level, or
Probably worse.
really?
probably
It's
worse.
not just drugs and prostitutes, mate.
No.
Yeah, but he does have some real screen bombs,
We're-
doesn't he?
we're
He just comes
talking-
out with the weirdest shit.
You're talking like flat Earth believing,
Right, I love that.
girlfriend beating, like I'm
That-
only
so-
going to be in Iron Man 2 if you give me more than the lead actor.
Brilliant.
Craziness. Like, yeah, have a look. He's interesting. Because what was the film he got an Oscar for?
Blimey.
The one where he's a rapper. But yeah, he did a film, and it's an amazing film. But he was a lunatic, and he is a lunatic character in that, and it's quite believable.
Cool. Now I'm gonna look him up.
Cool. You mentioned Dracula.
I did.
Would you be interested in a? Would you be interested in a Dracula prequel?
A prequel? What? So he's
a Vlad the
human?
Impaler
Another one.
movie.
Like, I'm walking around being a human.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
just killing people on the battlefield.
So, oh yeah, that would be. I think that would be cool. Like going
What,
back
a
to
Vlad
like
the Impaler movie.
yeah.
Didn't fucking
There's
what's
been
his face?
Vlad the
There's
Impaler
been a Vlad
movies.
the Impaler movie recently with
And
the
they
guy
weren't. They're never
from
very
The
good.
Hobbit.
Oh yes. Yeah,
Luke,
you're right.
Luke Evans.
You're right.
And I heard it
However-
was shit.
However, so what's his name? Duckrae Stoker and J.D. Barker, who are people actually working for the Bram Stoker estate, have an official prequel story to Dracula called Dracul, and they've handed it to Andy Muschietti. Is that how you say his name?
There's
I'm
a
just
lot-
going to say.
Muschietti.
I'm just going to say Muschietti.
You've said a lot of names there that just sounded like you were just going.
It's like being on Game of Thrones again.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
Anyway, Andy Muschietti is the guy that's just done Stephen King's It. Obviously, it's been very, very successful.
Yes.
And
Is anyone going to see it?
No, not
I'm
yet.
going on Friday.
Are you going on
really-
Friday?
Fair
Yeah, with
enough
the
to go.
whole family.
I'd really like to go with the whole family. What
Yeah.
little kids and stuff?
No, that'd be
Oh, okay.
silly, wouldn't it? But they would like clowns.
You gonna take Bob in?
Yeah, take Bobbin. Hello,
Puss-
Bobbin.
Pussy.
So, yeah, it has smashed records this weekend. Hugely successful, 117 million opening weekend at the US box office, close to 200 million worldwide, and the biggest R-rated opening, full stop, and certainly the biggest horror.
What, you mean it's more than full stop?
Mother, I tell you what, Mother. You know, what's his name's
Darren
movie?
Aronofsky's
Darren Aronofsky's movie, Mother.
I'm sorry, but can we just have a little rewind here? I know he's a talented filmmaker, but he's not that talented that he's going out with Jennifer Lawrence, is he?
Wow. He's going out with Jennifer Lawrence, Darren Aronofsky.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is
I
that
don't-
why she's in that film then?
Wow.
Because I don't think she's very good.
Eventually, you'd have to give a part to your missus, wouldn't you?
You
Yeah.
would do whatever you had to do to keep
Oh, yeah.
that.
Well done, Paul.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, yeah, Mother, I think the advertising's gotten a little bit desperate.
I
They-
don't even understand what it's about. You watch the trailer, and it's just like a horde of people walking towards a house, but they're not zombies. I don't understand what
It
what
reminds
it is.
me more of Rosemary's Baby than anything else.
It's a Darren Aronofsky movie. It's going to be weird in some way, shape, or form. It's going to, and it'll catch you by surprise.
What else has he done?
The Wrestler.
That was good.
Noah.
That was awful.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
Elf.
Fountain. The Fountain.
Don't know that one.
It's worth a watch. And I'm missing one. What is it? Oh, Black Swan.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I don't really rate his stuff.
Even the lesbian scene, I'm cutting out. Right.
He's a talented filmmaker. He's not handsome enough to be gone out about, though. I'm sorry.
Anyway, this isn't about Darren Aronofsky, except for the part that, he's a bit foolish for putting his movie up against Stephen King's It. Well, I say foolish. I don't think anybody was really expecting it to be this much of a success. Even Stephen King's a bit surprised. But Mother's advertising. They've got a trailer at the beginning of It, saying to people, well, when you've seen this film, do you fancy going and just buying a ticket to see our film instead as well?
Really?
A little bit kind of, please see our movie as well.
Please come and see this. I spent so much money making this movie so my girlfriend could be in it that I need to make some money back.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Desperate.
Anyway, Dracula prequel.
Dracula.
Don't care.
Balls.
I'm fed up of vampires.
Just go back and watch the one with Gary Oldman and Francis Ford Coppola's
That's
one.
the best one.
It's way better than you think it is.
Gary Oldman's fantastic in that
Which
film.
one's that?
Bram
It's
Stoker's
Gary
Dracula.
Oldman, Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
If you can forgive
Anthony
the Americans
Hopkins.
doing British accents, it's
And
where the bastard lives.
Do you know what? The only
Keanu
vampire
Reeves.
film,
Yeah.
the only
Sure.
vampire
So
films
whoa.
that I like are Lost Boys, and
It's
that's
rubbish.
dated now.
It's rubbish.
Yeah, that's
it's a
what I mean.
really shit film.
Yeah.
that.
Terrible.
It's
And
so
then-
bad. It's
but
one
when
of
I
those
was
films
younger,
you think
I
it's
really
brilliant when
liked
you're
it.
younger, and then you watch it
Yeah.
and you go,
Yeah,
God,
and
this
it's
is
awful.
not a very good film in any way.
Yeah.
But the only vampire film I actually like is What We Did in the Shadows. That's the only one worth watching.
that's bloody good.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh, and there is another one, the one where they're trapped in Alaska, and it's 30 Days of Night.
Yeah,
And what's the one
with it.
about
That's good.
the little girl who's a vampire, but she's not
Blood?
horrible?
Oh yeah, Knock on My Door, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
No,
There are some good ones out there, but I think Twilight's ruined it for everyone, hasn't it?
Yeah, and also the Bram Stoker ones just really bored me. It was all just like a lot of mamby-pamby talking and not a lot of interesting story or action.
Could
And
confuse
it doesn't
things.
need to be action, but
No.
it needs an element of movement rather than just people stood around and sat around.
They are Nosferatu. You must go into a crypt and cut off her head.
Anyway, somebody else doing a bloody Dracula movie. It's just another element of confusion for Universal's Dark Universe, isn't it?
Is that
really?
It's
still
not happening, Chris. It's
happening?
not happening.
Who knows? Who knows?
Chris has got an alert, a Google alert that tells him about that, and every week it's like nothing.
Dark Universe
It's
alert.
not coming out.
Sounds like a bat squeaking. Anyway,
Quick, we need a franchise. Anything? What have we got? Well, we got this one. We made a movie once about a mummy, and then one about a vampire. So yeah, that'll do. you know.
Stack 'em together.
Sometimes you just hear those ideas, and you just go. The 1980s didn't ever really finish in Hollywood. Sometimes there are meetings where
Everyone's
where
on
there's so
cocaine
many
still.
producers have just got the biggest bag. It's like the end of Scarface, but they're also having a meeting, aren't they? Where they're deciding who is like they're just going. You come up with like, yes, a brilliant idea. Yeah, have another line. You're brilliant as well. What's your idea? Yeah, stick that up your nose. That's a great idea. We'll make that movie. How much do you want of a check?
Right. We had the third movie join the $1 billion club for 2017 this week.
What were the other two?
Can we guess what it is? The other two are
Everybody in Mega City 1
Beauty and the
paid
Beast.
$1 for a ticket.
and
Beauty and the Beast.
Fast and Furious.
Really?
What's it called?
Wow. Neither of which I would be interested in watching. So the third one's unlikely to be something I'm going to like
this. You're not. Go on, guys. Have some
Despicable
guesses.
Me 10 or
Yes,
whatever.
Despicable Me 3.
I like Despicable Me. I don't have a problem with those films. I think they're quite sweet and actually show a man taking children in and that being okay.
They're not
Right.
as good as Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, though, are they?
Hate those films.
I've
They're
not seen that.
amazing. They're incredible.
neither.
How
Hate
can you
them.
hate
I'm
them?
going
Because
by
they
Paul's face, I don't think he
basically
has either.
have
Well,
a
I've
lot
seen
of
them all,
my
I'm
own
not keen.
ideas in.
No, I've seen a lot of them. I'm not.
I don't like it when people play with their food.
I appreciated Up. That was a good one.
I love Up.
Yeah.
That's
Other
good.
than
Yeah.
the rest.
Well, like for me, Despicable Me kind of like I myself and a friend have both looked into adoption further back.
I thought you were going to say collars that dogs can, talk with.
No.
Doggy communication
But
collars.
looked into the sort of basically, if you're a single male, you've got like a 30% chance of being able to adopt in Britain, and there's a lot of kids out there who need foster homes and to be adopted, and unless you're a couple or a single males, it's virtually impossible.
I feel like we need some nice sensitive music behind this.
But I think that's the thing with the Despicable Me film. It's nice to see he's a villain at the start and then he's not by the end, and he adopts these 3 girls, and it's quite sweet and it's different for a kids' film. Admittedly, it's not it's not Toy Story, with solid storylines, good voice acting, everything else.
Right.
They are DreamWorks films, but they're still better than the one with the big troll, Mike Myers in, the ogre one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's better than those.
Shrek.
Yeah, it's better than those, and it's better than a lot of the Ice Age and stuff. I don't think I think the Minions thing is the thing that's kind of ruined it for a lot of people.
Yeah,
the Minions
It's
are
very
everywhere.
True. Anyway, look, speaking of unwanted children...
Oh, your segues are getting more and more dark.
Shia LaBeouf is not returning for Indiana Jones 5. Way!
Oh, what a shame, man.
Way!
They're doing another one.
Yeah. Moving on. We had a first look at... Sorry. We had a first look at Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. Anyone see the picture?
I didn't even know they were doing this.
No, I didn't know they were doing this.
Ah, you've not listened
So
to the
this
last
is
couple of podcasts.
The story of Queen, then, I'm guessing.
Yes. That's right. So, early days, forming the band. And Rami Malek's the guy from Mr. Robot.
Ah.
Yeah. And the picture of him as Freddie Mercury looks very impressive. The news was actually as well that we've got a release date. So, it's Christmas 2018. It's going to be a Christmas movie.
Ooh.
Which is cool. Nothing from you, Ross.
No.
I don't think I'd go to cinema for it.
No?
But I've got a few mates who are well into Queen, and I quite like listening to Queen, so I'd be, having known someone that knew him quite well and had conversations with him about him as a person, it would be interesting to see how a movie's done about his life.
I like a biopic. I know you're not really up on them, are you? Not
I
really
am, as long
of
as
a
the
biopic.
person's interesting.
Okay.
That's my issue. When you do it about the writer of Peter Pan, not that
I
interesting.
want the Glenn Campbell one, mate.
Yeah. Musical ones are always good.
Yeah, musical ones are always
Musical
interesting.
Because they're always full of
ones.
drugs
Yeah.
and problems.
The Doors is bloody amazing.
Yeah.
Is that Oliver Stone, I think?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. It's not as good
It's
as Waterline.
like the memory of it.
Waterline's the high bar.
Yeah, fair enough. The memory of the Doors movie is probably better than
Yeah,
the...
that and
Yeah.
you get it muddled
Actual.
with those scenes from Wayne's World 2 as well.
Did you have to see the crack of his ass?
Going back, though, Christmas release date?
Christmas
I think
release.
that's
It's a
of
bit
an odd
weird.
one for a film like that.
Surely they should release it on like the Queen's Jubilee or something.
Thing is, it won't be going up against Star Wars, will it?
Is that not a Christmas release
No,
anymore?
not next year.
So
It's
that's unusual.
Episode 9 is getting released in the summer.
What?
But not summer next year.
It is next year, isn't it?
Nah, it's not even got a director anymore, has it?
Episode 9.
So haven't they
right,
almost
sorry,
finished
I'm thinking
it?
Episode 8. When's that out? This year?
Yeah, episode
Okay.
8's out Christmas. Then Han Solo's supposed to be...
Next year.
I think they're supposed to be
Right.
moving the schedules to early summer, but they keep firing at directors, so the movies keep slipping.
away.
So moving on to the next bit of news. Yes, Star Wars. I think we already mentioned this a few weeks back, but it's official now. The director has lost the job, which is...
Oh, wow.
episode 9.
No, we're getting confused. We mentioned it a couple of weeks ago because the director was sacked from Han Solo.
Yeah.
No, different. No, we said at the same time as the Obi-Wan Kenobi was announced. Obi-Wan Kenobi solo movie was announced. We said about there were troubles with the director then.
Of what? Han Solo?
No, of
Episode
Star Wars
9.
Episode 9, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're both gone now.
Yep. So, yeah, do you know why?
I don't think we know, do we?
Disagreements
Yeah,
with the
there's-
woman?
They've said it's because Disney Studios and the director, whose name is Colin Trevorrow, aren't seeing eye to eye as far as creative differences.
But then
So-
you say Disney, but it's what's her name from Disney that's taken over Star Wars, isn't it? I can't think
it's
what her
what's
name
her face
is.
from Lucasfilm.
Lucasfilm, sorry, yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah,
That's the
she
one.
seems to be having lots of disagreements with people about creative stuff, and I'm not. I think she's turning into a bit of a George Lucas.
Word on the street,
Hey,
though, is
George
because...
Lucas wants to direct episode 9.
Does he?
Yeah,
No.
he does.
Get rid of him. So, word on the grapevine is that it's to do with the fact that his movie, The Book of Henry, was written and directed by him and promoted very strangely. So loads of people went in, and I don't really have a problem with this, whereas like all of the trailers and all of the write-ups and what people expected of the movie was quite different to what the movie actually gave. So it was promoted in one direction, and the film was extremely...
Is that the one about the little boy?
Yeah. Little boy who's gifted. And
yeah, but I think people kind of got the wrong end of the stick, didn't they, because of the trailers.
Okay, so that's exactly what I'm saying. So the marketing materials suggested that it was about a gifted little boy, and in actual fact the film is about, I think, possibly something to do with tracking down a paedophile?
It's to do with the fact that the little boy, I think it's something like he witnesses his neighbour beating up his son, and then the mother doesn't say anything, and then something happens and a little boy dies,
Right.
and the rest of the film is about the mother trying to prove that this guy is beating his son.
Ah, right, okay.
But because it's not what they expected, and the little boy's only in it at the beginning before he dies, and then it's him, it's like he's left all this stuff to prove the guy is like beating his son, and then it's down to the mother to do that.
Okay.
It's just quite complicated, but I haven't seen it. I started watching it and I liked what I saw. I thought it was a very interesting film.
Okay, I'd like to watch it
yeah.
just to see. Well, and, I'm never going to go by anybody's word. It's getting loads and loads of flack from the movie community in general, and I just think it probably doesn't deserve some of this flack.
No.
And he may have lost the job with Star Wars because of it.
Sorry, I was on my phone texting. I drifted off. Is this a Savile biopic then, or what?
No.
I only got half of it.
Do you just want to go to the toilet again, Paul? Same
am
thing.
I nowhere near? I'll
So far off.
go.
It's bound to happen soon, though.
Here's CCTV footage of
It's a
a
matter of
paedophile dressed up as a school.
Oh.
Brass eye.
Anywho. Right, DC. Teen Titans. Do you know about the TV series, Adam?
What, the one that's already going on, or they're making a new one?
There's a new Teen Titans. Is it? What's the
Sorry.
Teen Titans one that's going on at
It's
the moment?
like a cartoon.
No.
Am I the
So
only
it's
one
a-
who think that sounds like a porn film?
Yeah. I see what you mean, yeah.
And once you hear it, you can't get it out of your head, then, can you?
No.
Sorry, carry on.
Very Large Teens, the TV series, is...
Sounds even worse. Very large team.
It's a live action with teens. So it probably sounds a bit seedy. But yeah, Teen Titans, they are making a live action TV series, and it's going to be like post Robin, so I think it's Dick Grayson that becomes Nightwing, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dick Grayson being like your titular character. Was that a porn pun as well?
Horrible.
Sorry.
Carry on podcasting.
Yeah, so post Robin and pre Nightwing, so building the Teen Titans.
I really don't care.
No,
I'm fed up of DC stuff.
You know what's really stupid about it is before they've even started filming it, they've already planned a spin-off.
Brilliant.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
So while we're beating on DC at the moment, is anybody still watching Gotham?
No, it's a pile of shite from the start, and I cannot be bothered.
I liked season 1. I was in it with season 2. I've just watched the first episode of season 3, and I'm out completely.
Out on
Fucking
one episode, he's
dreadful.
like, no, gone.
Oh, it's that bad.
I
It's
want to watch
fucking
season
dreadful.
3.
You
I
can't
really want
do
to
a
see.
CV show about Gotham without Batman in it. It's not like Mega City 1.
Okay, when you get to the end of season
Oh,
3,
Bat's in it.
is he?
Oh, great.
It's shit. It's
Okay.
really gone shit.
What
And
was
even
that?
if they
What's
bring
popping?
Batman in, it's too late. You're 3 or 4 fucking seasons into bullshit
bringing
about
Batman.
policemen.
They're not bringing Batman into it. They're bringing Bruce Wayne into being
No one
a
wants
vigilante.
to see him learning his shit. They want to see
Fuck
him
off,
as
they
Batman.
did that. Nobody wanted to see blooming Daredevil as not Daredevil either, did they?
Yeah, but
they
they
whole
did
season
it
of that.
very well. Gotham haven't.
Anywho,
In other news, Warner Brothers gets something wrong.
for anyone that might care, the spin-off from the Teen Titans TV show is going to be Hawk and Dove, who are just weird characters anyway.
I used to like the comics of that,
Yeah.
but I can't imagine it animated.
Yeah.
This is the thing. DC's animated stuff is brilliant, and I really like it. The live action stuff. The only thing I've liked so far is Wonder Woman. Like they just keep letting me down, and it's just putting me off. And the Flash TV show, I quite like Flash.
And
Yeah,
Green
yeah,
Lantern.
true. Yeah.
Green Lantern was okay actually. It got a lot more flack than it deserved.
I like that film.
Yeah, I don't
Really
have
like
a
that
problem
film.
with
I
with
quite
it.
like the animated series, actually.
Yeah,
I thought it was alright.
The rest of the news is just going to depress you, Adam, I think.
go on.
Is
Gavin
it just going to be a
O'Connor.
list of you saying things and me going, fuck off?
No, probably. Gavin O'Connor is going to write and direct Suicide Squad 2.
Fuck off.
So he's all right. He's a good director.
Yeah.
He did The Warrior. I don't know if you saw
I've
The
seen
Warrior.
it.
Yeah,
And The Accountant. Both very good films.
don't know that one.
In all
Honestly,
honesty,
Don't
If they
watch
were
it.
both superhero films, The Warrior, and then he
Oh,
did
Ben
a
Affleck.
carry-on film called The Accountant.
Ben Affleck's The
That'd be
Accountant
amazing.
is like a superhero film in its own right. It's a little kind of like
I remember you saying, actually, it's on a Dexter sort of
Is
line,
it-
isn't it?
Is
it's
it
a
like
guy-
the 80s slasher film,
no.
The Stationary Man?
now you're just
No.
naming Batman villains.
That's the best. I've never seen anyone get killed with a right angle ruler in
Condiment
that
guy.
way before. Like Condiment King.
Mate, if you want to see people get pummeled by inanimate
correct you.
objects, watch John Wick 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
where you get
right.
penciled up.
So, The Accountant is something like a cross between John Wick and
Excel.
is that another porn film?
That's a Word document program, isn't it?
Oh god.
Microsoft program.
Okay. Rain Man.
Okay.
Go for Rain Man. It's a guy that's autistic and he's like very clever with it, but at the same time he's a badass.
Okay.
It's good. It's a good film.
So he might actually be the person to turn one
that's-
of the bad DC films around then.
Maybe, but we'll see.
Let's hope.
Sounds
Let's
like your brother's origin story, mate. I'm pretty good at fighting, but I'm also a bit like can't concentrate.
So, look, Suicide Squad 2 was due to begin shooting next year, 2018, but production has apparently been delayed due to Will Smith's schedule. So that tells you that he's going to be in it, and we're expecting Margot Robbie to reprise her role as Harley Quinn. She's also going to be in Gotham City Sirens, which is also going to have
Woohoo!
Catwoman and Poison Ivy. David Ayer's doing that. That's the guy that did Suicide Squad, the first one.
Oh dear.
Yeah, before his whatever studio ripped it apart.
Never
Warner
mind.
Brothers. And they gave it to what did they give it to? A company that makes trailers to put it back together again, didn't they?
Apparently so.
What? Hey, what?
Suicide
what are you
Squad.
saying?
The reason why it was so bad is because the studio Warner Brothers came in and said, no, we don't like the tone, ripped it all apart, and gave it to a studio that make trailers,
Specifically make trailers.
trailers, and they put the film back together again. That's why it's so badly edited.
Brilliant.
So they made a 3.5
Doesn't-
minute movie like
Over and over and over
70
again, yeah.
times
Yeah,
until it
basically.
was 2
But-
hours long.
I think that's the thing. It doesn't help that the film had a shite storyline that makes no sense anyway. So there's nothing they could have done right with it,
No.
even if they had managed to do a good job, which they didn't. So never mind.
I met someone this week actually really likes that film.
They're an idiot.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
They're an idiot. Who is it? Name them. Tell me who it is.
can't.
Name and
Tell me who
shame.
it
Come on.
is. Is it somebody I know?
He's someone
10-year-old
that we do
boy.
know, yeah.
Do they listen to the podcast?
I don't know.
If you do, you're a fucking idiot. It's not a good film.
Don't listen to Ross. We like to retain our listeners.
Nah, don't worry about it. Keep listening, but don't like shit films. We're here to help you with these
He's
things.
more of a film snob than I am.
We're here as a
It's
filter.
Amazing.
No, I'm not really. I just like when something's bad, I just call it's bad, isn't it? But the thing is, like, I want to watch Suicide Squad 2 because the idea of Suicide Squad's good enough that I'll give it a second go.
Jared Leto doesn't sound as
I know,
if he
fuck
knows.
that, though.
He doesn't sound as if he knows if he's going to be in it.
He doesn't need to be in it.
Right.
At
He
no
doesn't
point
know
does the
what's
Joker
going
need to
on with
be
his
in-
career at the moment.
The
does
Joker
he?
doesn't need to
Oh,
be
no, mate,
in the Suicide Squad movie.
He's got a pretty good career.
Yeah,
Jared
no,
Leto.
but he just seems lost at the moment. Like, I'm not doing any documentaries. I've got no albums out.
I'm not
I
laying
don't know
on a
if I'm going to
hospital
be the
bed with an arm
Joker.
missing.
And I kind of turned down these other jobs to be the Joker again, but now I don't know if that's going to happen.
It's
I
surprising
kind of
where he
haven't
turns
got
up.
any work.
Except for he's in Blade Runner 2049,
Yes, yeah.
which got a TV spot this week. They're just giving away a bit too much. I'm not gonna
I'm
watch
avoiding it all now.
it. Yeah, there we are. LA Confidential's getting a TV series.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
I love LA
The
Confidential.
book's brilliant.
Is
The
it?
film's brilliant.
Didn't
That
like-
whole
didn't
part
like
of
the
American
film.
history is incredible.
Yep, it's you like a bit of LA noir. don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, TV movie. Do we know anything about it?
Hey,
no, it's just in the works. Not a
Just
TV movie. Sorry, TV series in the works. That's all we
while
know.
we're talking about that, is it LA Noire, the Rockstar
Yes.
detective
The game,
games, getting
yeah.
remastered, isn't it?
Is it
For
good?
the new right.
You can play it once and then
I
you
tried-
can't really play it
Tried
again.
playing
from
it
what
once.
I've
The
been
game-
Didn't
told.
get on with it.
It's two games mashed together that don't two genres that don't really fit. Like it's basically a point and click adventure game, like a more serious version of Monkey Island, but
Right.
also an open world game. But in an era where there wasn't anything in the city, and all the cars do about 10. There's about 7 cars, and they all do about 10 mile an hour.
Right.
Which is the same problem the Mafia games suffer from because they're period pieces.
Yeah, you need a linear storyline
But
with a
nothing
period
goes
piece,
on.
really.
The thing is with LA Noire is LA Noire, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing. There's no need for the game to be open world,
Right.
because you don't need to even drive anywhere. There is one pretty cool. I don't know if it's a main story mission or if it's a side mission. There's one set of side missions where you have to use it. That's really, really good, and it was something that was really, really good in Red Dead Redemption. They did these puzzles, but they weren't really obvious puzzles. They were environmental puzzles. Like you had to use there was a treasure hunting thing in Red Dead where you had to be able to work out, and you would work out where the treasure was just because you ridden around the world enough that when you looked at it. Yeah, and there's a couple of missions in LA Noire, like detective bits you had to do, where you had to literally, like, it didn't signal the clues and stuff. And
You
that's quite
actually
good.
have to use your
But-
brain.
So
Problem with that.
with Grand Theft Auto, the good thing about Grand Theft Auto is everything but the story. Whereas LA Noire, you might as well just sit and play straight through the story.
Right. Okay.
But it's worth playing.
Fair enough.
But yeah, LA Confidential, make a TV show of it.
It's not Coen Brothers, is it? LA Confidential. I always
No,
thought it was
um,
for some reason.
Fuck, who directed it?
Kevin Spacey, Kim Basinger. Do you guys remember it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Russell
didn't
Crowe.
like it.
And
Russell Crowe was in it.
Russell Crowe's in it, and the other Australian mate.
Oh
from
God, yeah,
Memento as well.
yeah,
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's fantastic.
old man from Alien.
And the guy, the farmer from the pig film. What's the pig film called?
Deliverance.
No, the pig film.
The other pig
Babe.
film.
Babe 3 Deliverance.
And Danny DeVito's in it as well. It's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
What was that? Deliverance.
Whoever thinks the Suicide Squad's good, watch LA Confidential and take Suicide Squad off your list and put LA Confidential in its place.
Boom, boom.
Boom. Right. Trailers. Not too many this week. Ones that nobody cares about. Daddy's Home 2, 50 Shades Freed, Michael Fassbender's Snowman movie.
No, that looked really bad, actually.
Aardman Animations, they've got a new film coming out. That's Early Man.
Amazing.
Which is-
If it's
yeah.
anything like the Gogs,
The Gogs. What's the Gogs?
do you remember that? Like animated,
yeah.
plasticine caveman family. The baby always had snot.
You know what? I think it's exactly that.
Yeah,
I think it might
if it's basically that, but Aardman have taken over the company that were making it because I think they were linked to it. I'm not sure though.
Let's find
Then
an image.
I'm well up for that because that'd be amazing. And to be honest, Aardman and the company that make Box Trolls and all those films, both those companies, I if anything they make, I'm always willing to give it a go.
When you say Aardman Animation, if you say it wrong, it just makes you start thinking like, "Oi, do you want to watch my fucking animation? Because if you don't, you can go and watch another movie."
Aardman. Yeah.
Or you just go, "Aardman Animation, makers of Wallace and Gromit, they like to eat cheese. Or they come round your house and fucking kill you."
Right, we better move on. That's getting a bit weird. Thor Ragnarok.
No, Chris is like, "We got to move on." He's got his phone out showing Adam a picture, and then he's like, "Now I'm back on the microphone and you're making jokes, so we got to move on."
Thor Ragnarok.
What?
Thor Ragnarok. It's got a new trailer this week.
Amazing. Everything I've seen so far just looks amazing.
If you're avoiding trailers, then I wouldn't worry about the Thor Ragnarok second trailer, because it's not really a great deal more. There's not really a great deal more information.
Don't watch it then.
Just at the same time,
to be honest,
slightly different film.
I would say if you're gonna go and watch Thor Ragnarok and you want to watch Thor Ragnarok, don't watch the trailer.
Oh, actually, it does give something away at the end.
All of the Thor Ragnarok trailers are a little bit too much, if you ask me. I kind of know what the storyline's going to be because of the amount of comics I read and what I think they've taken from different series to put together to make this film. But if you want to watch it and you're interested in watching it and you want to have a good, fun, like exciting Thor Hulk-tastic adventure, then don't watch the trailers because it gives you too much.
Well, we're just on the subject of trailers real quickly. Where's the Star Wars trailer?
Same as last week, mate. It's supposed to have been at the end of last month.
Well, same as last year, wasn't it? Last year's trailer came out for Rogue One really late.
It's less than 100 days. Well, the Rogue One trailer's like literally every scene in it is not in the movie.
Well, yeah.
See, I don't have a problem with that, Mark.
I don't mind because I'm going to watch it.
I'd rather less. With trailers, I'm getting to that point now where I'd rather they just do a teaser trailer and then nothing.
I think just film a completely different bunch of footage for the trailer. I'm fine with that.
That would annoy me a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
What about if it's just like, okay, what if for Thor Ragnarok, what about these TV spots they were doing with Chris Hemsworth where he was like living with his Australian mate?
Yeah, they were really funny.
That'd be cool.
Like
just
him having
adverts.
his downtime and it's him hanging out with his Australian mate and he's just like basically like breaking the table and like pushing his mate around going, "Oh yeah, we could set up a business. I could sell all this old Asgardian stuff I've got. People will love it." And he's like, "I don't really know what this guy's about." Like,
Wouldn't tell you anything about the film.
Just moved into my house.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of that. Set the premise and the mood,
Yeah.
but don't give anything away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
So if it's a serious film, you do a serious snippet of something involving some of the characters from the film. If it's a comedy film, go that way. Yeah, I'd prefer that. A teaser trailer and then little snippets of something that's not technically in the film, but gives you an idea of what sort of film it is.
Real quickly, just before we move on. Right, films that we're going to see the rest of this year. We got It, Blade Runner, Thor, and Star Wars. Is there anything else?
I'd quite like to see the current war.
The what?
The current war.
What's that about?
Is that another Sherlock versus Nazis film?
No.
Okay.
Sherlock versus Nazis?
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch in a
I
film
see.
against Nazis.
Okay. So no, it is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Versus Mongols.
Cumberbatch? Cumberbatch.
Come on a patch.
Come on a patch.
Anyway, Sherlock Holmes as Thomas Edison.
Right.
Versus Michael Shannon as Westinghouse versus Nicholas Hoult as Tesla, fighting for electrical supremacy in America.
Yeah, I probably won't go to cinema to watch that though.
No, I won't go to cinema. I'd watch it, but I wouldn't go to cinema.
Sounds good, but it doesn't sound £6.50 good.
There's a trailer.
$6.50? When are you going to the cinema?
Tuesdays, mate.
How is it that cheap?
Because it's cheap on Tuesday, and then you get meerkats, and so it's actually cost you about £3.25 each.
Yeah, £6.50 for two people.
I thought they stopped the cheap Tuesdays.
No, you buy meerkat. You buy meerkat movies.
Take a meerkat in with you, or a badger if you don't have one.
Hello,
Nobody
a
fucks
meerkat.
with a badger, and they just let you for free with a badger.
Oh, I've got loads of badgers near me. I'm going to have to catch one.
Good luck.
Yeah,
They
they're
catch you, mate.
bastards.
You just got to charm them round. Say, do you want to go to the pictures and what have you?
Here's some jelly babies.
No,
you go on comparethemarket.com, comparethemeerkat.com, buy like travel insurance for £1.50, and and then you get a year of half-price cinema on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Cool.
Anyway, the current war. Go and watch the trailer and see what you make of it. Cause
no, it sounds good. It literally sounds right up my street.
Yeah, the trailer just seems a little bit over the top for my liking because it's very dramatic. The music's very dramatic, and it's a bit kind of like it doesn't need a John Williams score, but it's got one.
Right.
You know, but still, another thing as well. It's not the only movie about this subject matter that's coming out this year.
What?
I know.
So I've just got in my head the big grand John Williams track and someone just putting a plug in a socket in slow motion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, two people arguing over a vintage telephone about gas or electricity, and dun dun dun.
Brilliant.
Doesn't really need it.
Amazing.
But yeah, there is another one. I don't know anything about it, but look, I just hope we don't get the same problem that we had with the Churchill movies, because there were two of those this year, and I think they just cancelled each other out.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
completely missed that.
But they're completely different eras, aren't they?
What, the Churchill ones?
Yeah, they're different parts of the...
Different parts of his life, but
Yeah.
there's definitely a crossover, because they both give the same speech.
Well, we all know he only gave like one speech. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
There's quite a few martial arts and samurai films and stuff coming out later this year that I'm interested in by quite big directors. So
Go on.
I can't
But
remember.
they're not even going to be at Cineworld, are they?
Where's your list?
No, well, yeah, I haven't got the list with me because I know that you won't be able to watch them at the Cineworld on the Isle of Wight. So it's unlikely you're getting them in cinemas over here at all. The only other thing I am looking forward to this year that will be is The Foreigner with Jackie Chan.
Yeah, fair enough. Blade the Immortal, is that on your list?
Yes, that's on my list. Yeah, that might be in Cineworld, but unlikely.
We covered that last week, so
yeah.
there's a
But
trailer.
yeah, The Foreigner, Jackie Chan, that'll be a good one. Like the trailers looks amazing. It pretty much tells you the whole storyline. But
we
I don't
covered
mind.
that a while back as well, didn't we?
Yeah,
So there must be other trailers. So perhaps we'll try and find that as well. All of those trailers we've just mentioned, and probably the Blade Runner one as well, will stick on our Facebook page if you want to go and find it. Please go and have a look. Right, let's wrap this up.
Plasma cannons.
Right.
Stranger.
Paul, where can we find you, mate?
Oh, all the usual places. Yeah, just skulking around the internet.
Cottaging.
Yeah, usually there's some nice little place on the island.
There are.
Yeah, it's renowned for it. But when I'm not doing that,
Thank you very much.
yeah,
I like the tiles
come
in
on
here.
a patch. He'll be there.
Plasma in the face.
Do you like my plasma cannons?
Plasma
Stranger.
Wednesdays. Yeah, Rocket Punch Collectables. And that's not a euphemism
Have you got any
either.
plasma cannons to sell at Rocket Punch Collectibles? No, we got rocket punches, but no plasma cannons.
And Curiosity. You'll find us there. Yeah, listing weird
Could you
stuff.
fire plasma out of a blunderblast?
Oh,
Blunder.
Blunderblast.
Oi, mate, you ain't got one of them plasma cannons in there, have you? We only sell upper market plasma cannons in there. Yeah, but I just want one of them, normal plasma cannons, so I can go out there and gun someone down. Yes, but we only accept American Express and their plasma cannons, so you'll have to leave.
Anyway, we interrupted you, Paul.
No. I've, for our regular listeners, I think I've summed it up there. That they're sick of hearing it.
Paul's got 2 eBay shops. Go and buy stuff off them.
They are listed on our Facebook page and anywhere where you can find our videos.
Yes.
Ross,
You can find me on the internet playing Everybody's Golf at the moment because it's bloody brilliant.
find him and shoot him with a tank.
Big time.
Basically, get on. I've just unlocked the ability to drive a golf buggy round. Serves no purpose.
Does it have a turret?
But it's fun. It's a good game.
Got your anti-tank golf
And
club.
I haven't even played any of the new Battlefield maps.
Anti-tank
'cause
number 8.
I like playing golf at the moment.
Fair enough. Adam?
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, not me. Follow SNEW Network on Instagram.
Don't we have a
And
new...
on Twitter.
We've got a new bloody...
We got
online, haven't we?
an
email.
We got a new email. So if you got, please ask us a question.
Yeah, send
ask
us
us
something.
about plasma cannons if you want. Email podcast@thesnewnetwork.com
Ooh.
and it will arrive in an inbox.
Is that the only one podcast at the SNEW Network?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And just for both podcasts, email that.
Cool.
Ask us a question about plasma cannons.
Anything you want. Right, Adam,
Well, other than the normal Adam Gatcher Arts on Facebook and YouTube, this week, at the weekend, I will be hosting the Waverley Beer Ale Music and Poetry Festival in aid of the Cystic Fibrosis Trust with yourself, Chris.
Hello.
And these guys, hopefully, might be turning up if they have the time.
We might have to put Paul in a sack and drag him
there to judge the
fancy dress
on the Saturday.
I can come on Saturday anyway.
Excellent.
You can come on Friday and help DJ as well if you like.
I can't come on Friday. Family commitments.
It's going to be.
Well, I will be there all weekend to help you, Chris.
Are you staying over there, Adam?
I will be staying that side of the river.
Okay. You can help me DJ then into the night. Good stuff. And Paul.
But yeah, that's what I'll be doing this weekend. So if you're based on the Isle of Wight or you're in Southampton, pop over to the Waverley Park Holiday Park.
Which is a beautiful caravan park in East Cowes overlooking the Solent. Fantastic views. Great for a sunrise and a sunset. We'll probably see both.
Yeah. And they'll have many, many, many different types of beers,
it's well
ales
dirty
and
at
ciders.
Caravan Club, isn't it?
Oh, mate. If you go
Four
down,
up 'em.
Just go and order 4 ice creams. She'll give you a blowy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing any of that with some of the people there, but you know.
So it's going to be starting at 7 o'clock on the Friday.
No,
and
earlier than that, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it's 6.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it?
Doors open at 6 o'clock on the Friday, and they're serving food throughout. I think on the Saturday it opens at about midday, and the same on the Sunday. On all 3 evenings, it's going to run until sort of 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, something like that.
There will be comedy, poetry, spoken word,
Loads of live music.
Lots and lots of live music, including a mariachi band for anyone that's interested, and a rock band, and some acoustic music.
Band?
No
mariachi band.
Oh, what?
No.
What?
It's alright, I'll just cut that bit out.
Oh, they're on the list.
Not on there.
Whoa.
No,
Have they built a wall or something?
I had them on the list of bands that were playing. That's annoying.
They didn't get back to me, unfortunately. So.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So you've got a country band instead.
Oh, okay.
It is the Saturday when we're doing Fancy Dress, so that's fine. So you've got Molly's Chambers doing a country set.
Oh.
And that's me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that the mariachi band aren't going to be playing.
Anywho,
not that you're bad.
yeah, thanks, Adam.
You know.
Cheers. So, yes, and you can find me editing this podcast and hanging out on the SNEW with the Crew Facebook page. Go and find all the trailers and stuff that we've spoken about linked there. And if you've got any questions, as we said, fire us an email over or ask us a question via the Facebook page. The Facebook page.
The Facebook page? You're going well posh today. The Facebook page.
And, if you can share this podcast with your mates, that sort of thing, would be fantastic. You can Google search SNEW with the Crew and find loads of places to listen to it. And, of course, we have to mention Sticher and Libsyn as our main hosty services. Ooh. But you can use the podcast app on your phone, iTunes, all sorts of things.
And www.bovingtonplasmacannons.org.
Right, that'll do it. So, you've been a listener. We've been SNEW with the Crew. Thank you very much for listening. Say goodnight, guys.
Bye. Goodbye.
Non-time specific farewell.
And never forget the Ardman motto.
Oi, smash up, you bloody motherfucking...
No, fuck off.
My neighbours must fucking worry about what I do in here.
Chris, just move, mate.
Yeah, I am very soon.